What started off as friendly competition ended up being some of the lamest stuff that we've seen in a very long time. The beef that we thought we were going to have between Drake, J. Cole, and Kendrick has ended up being a big-ass flop. None of this is exciting anymore. There's a lot of, trolling, internet trolling. Like, this is not what I signed up for. I signed up for music. I signed up for diss tracks. I signed up for people going back and forth. And all we've really gotten is cease and desist. We've gotten people deleting their music, and we have no shows. None of it makes sense. And I'm just kind of like, how did it get to this point where everything got so lame? These are supposed to be three of the best MCs or three of the best rappers that we've had in the game for the last 10 years. And you mean to tell me that we can't even get proper back and forth disses between these three guys? Well, actually two, because one of them had to apologize. All I was looking for was something to make me excited about hip hop again. And it seems as if these three just much rather sit back and not do nothing. Well, I mean, I can't say that about Drake because Drake has actually been keeping things very interesting. But at the end of the day, man, everything just kind of feels bored and weird and stupid. And now we just got a whole bunch of internet trolling shit that just doesn't make a lot of sense. I kind of wish we could go back to the days where people actually had legitimate beef with each other, where we could actually get the music. Because that's all I really wanted, just the music. We couldn't even get that. The future sucks, and everything in the future right now just feels soft and terrible. I'm not going to say I'm completely done with it. I'm just right now putting a pin in it because it's just better music that's coming out outside of this competition that we were supposed to have between some of the best MCs of the last 10 years. I never thought 2024 would be this lame when it came to these three artists. Welcome to the STEM Society.
Every time I get up in the morning,
The STEM
I
Society.
think about money. I'm not gonna even lie to you. I don't know about the rest of y'all. All I see is dollar signs. You feel me? What up, B-King? What up, Dan? Stundos? What up, Memphis, Houston, West Coast? Let's just focus on that paper. Fuck everything else. Fuck everything else. Get your money, man. Get your bucks up. Before you approach a motherfucker like me, you better be gang tight.
The STEM Society.
Welcome back to the STEM Society. My name is Cole Jackson, and I don't know where we are right now. Very interesting week. A lot of cool things kind of happened in music news, in music in general. But damn it, man, the back and forth ended up being such a lame situation. Like, nobody's doing anything. It's a ghost town out here. Don't you love it when artists are too big to even go back and forth on diss tracks? Anyway, it's gotten corny. I put a pin in it. It's something that I completely just don't even want to think about anymore. I've missed out on so much good music trying to wait on somebody to drop something or something big to happen that now I'm playing catch up with a lot of music. So with that being said, I do have some new music to talk about and some interesting music news actually pertaining to what was going on with this back and forth or this competition with Drake, Kendrick, and I can't remember the other guy's name. No, I'm just playing. J. Cole, but that's neither here nor there. Before I get started, are you part of the society? Are you a part of something special? Are you a part of something that's growing every day? Look, guys, I appreciate everybody who shows up, but I see a lot of you haven't joined the society yet. Why is that? Why aren't you a part of something special? I mean, I understand. All I'm asking for is a like, a play, a listen, something like that to help grow this thing, to break the algorithm change. But the best way to be a part of this is to subscribe to the BYNK Radio YouTube channel and be a part of the society. Be a part of something special. For everyone who's already subscribed, I want to say thank you. Like, we're growing all the time. My last episode actually got a lot of views. So I'm just thankful for everybody showing up and showing out. And for the people who are leaving comments on the shorts and on the actual episodes, thank you. I don't get in my feelings about people telling me good and bad stuff, I'm okay with it. Like, it's cool. Just, it's a part of what I do. Like, I know it came with the territory. So when people call me Judge Mathis, or when people say the stuff that they say, hey man, y'all are interacting, and that little interaction is way better than not being a part of nothing at all. So with that being said, man, thank you for just commenting. Thank you for playing. Thank you for listening. Thank you for everything. But it'd be even better if you subscribe to the channel. Also, please join me on Sunday when I do the spaces on X or on Twitter. Every Sunday at 7 p.m. Central Time, I do a Twitter spaces where we talk about music, what's going on in hip hop in the week. Most definitely want to talk about the Drake Made Freestyle getting taken down. Also, want to just talk about new music that's out. I want to learn about new artists because I feel like sometimes I get in my own bubble. So this will be more of an interaction thing where I can actually learn about artists that I've never heard, and maybe you guys can put me on game. Like, I'm always down for that. So join me on Spaces on Twitter or X or whatever you want to call it. I'll put my @ down here, right down here, as you can see, and follow me on Twitter, and we'll do Spaces again every Sunday, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. I leave it open for 30 minutes. If we don't get a crowd by then, I shut it down and I go edit and try to get ready for another podcast or another show or something like that. So please join me on Spaces Sunday.
New releases.
So this week I have one album and one single. I did listen to some other music. Like, I listened to Skilla Baby, AG Club came out, Tim's had a new song. Like, I listened to a lot of music, but these two actually stuck out to me a little bit more for two different reasons. So I wanted to just kind of go over these and just kind of give you my thoughts on these two. And hopefully next episode I can go into telling you guys what's in rotation, so you can have a better understanding of why I didn't really do a review or a critique or whatever I call this stuff on here. So the first thing is the album. PARTYNEXTDOOR dropped his newest album, PARTYNEXTDOOR 4. 14 tracks, 45 minutes long. So if you've listened to the show or if you've watched the show before, you know that I'm not a PARTYNEXTDOOR guy. Like, I try all the time, and he has some songs that I enjoy, but he just not it for me. I listened to this, didn't know what I was going to expect from this Party album, and I'm stuck in the same place. Like, I still can't get with this dude's music, man. Like, the album is so slow, and it's boring, and it's like, it's so drawn out. It's only 45 minutes long, but it felt like I was listening to this album for like 2 hours. And maybe that's just his style, but I can't get with PARTYNEXT. I can't do it. The Weeknd does everything he does, but better. And it's just not, his music doesn't resonate with me. I enjoy Toxic R&B, don't get me wrong. I love Toxic R&B, but like, every song on this album, to me, sounds the same. Like, I'm cheating, threesomes. You should have known who I was. I told you who I was, but you still didn't believe me. I'm still going to go out here and cheat on you. I'm still going to bring another girl back, or you can come join me and the other girl that's my side piece, or whatever the case may be. I can only hear that from so many times from one artist, and it sounds like I never felt like any of the beats were different. I never felt like he was talking about anything. If you got 14 songs of the same shit, man, like, what the fuck? Like, I don't know. I'm more of a like Black Odyssey or Masego or Sir type of guy. Party it's boring. This is a boring album. It's just boring. Like, his songs, like, you know how the lettering on his songs are spaced out? That's basically how his songs are. They're just spaced out with words. Like, none of this shit makes any sense. There are times when the production is really tight. I know 40 has did a lot of production on this album, which I appreciate because 40 still has that touch. But this shit is so fucking slow and prodding. And I think he has slow and pride and confused with sexual and sensual. Like none of it ain't working for me. I did have one favorite song on here. It was called Lose My Mind, which he was talking about a threesome, but he sampled DMX, Y'all Gonna Make Me Lose My Mind. And I thought that was kind of dope how he put that in there. And it was a very sensual song, by the way. And what was it? It was one more song, and I heard that single first. I heard it like the end of last year, and it was called Her Old Friends. I had heard that like last year, and I thought that song was really good. But nothing on here, nothing on here made me say, you know what, that Party Next Door, like, I just can't do it. And I know he's part of the OVO brand, and I'm sorry, man. This album is just not for me. Party Next Door is not for me. He's just not for me. And that's okay. I think a lot of people enjoy Party Next Door. I think that he probably is for somebody. I know it's a lot of women who love his music and think he's like great, but again, everything that he's doing, I just heard The Weeknd do it better and with a nice, a faster tempo and better voice. So I don't want to come down too hard on Party Next Door because, again, he's been in the game for a little while now. He's been a part of OVO Sound for a minute, and there is a crowd for him. I don't know what his first week numbers are going to look like. Maybe he'll do great. Maybe he won't. I don't know. But I will not be returning to this album. I will go listen to something else. Like, I'll go listen. If I want Toxic, I'll go listen to Division or some shit. But this, help me understand why Party Next Door is so popular. Man, maybe I'm missing something. Because, again, every song sounded the same. It's boring. The album is boring as fuck. The album was just boring, man. I couldn't do it. So it's a pass on me. I won't be returning to this. Hopefully you guys will be. Then the song that I listened to, Nardo Wick featuring Future and Southside. Okay, finally. This needs to be played outside. If you outside, you need to be playing this song. I love the energy of Nardo Wick on this one. Southside does what he does best. High energy, bass heavy beats that I really fucking enjoy. I've been a Nardo Wick fan since 2021. Nardo Wick has been dope as fuck. When he put something out, I make sure I listen to it. I wanted to hear what the feature from Future sound like, and as usual, completely killed it. He killed his verse. I'm going to say this right now, and god damn it, I'm probably gonna, people might not agree with me, but I think with the 2 albums Future's put out, the few features that he's done so far, because he had a feature, nobody talks about it. It's a song that he did with Meek Mill called Gimme Chanel. Killed that song. He killed this song. Future should be in the running for being the best artist this year. Both of those albums, We Don't Trust You and We Still Don't Trust You, both of those albums are some of the hottest albums this year. Not just songs, like both of those albums are fire. And Future has a lot to do with that. And for God's sake, if he has any more features like he's done with the Gimme Chanel feature and for the Nardo Wick feature that he just laid, he probably gonna be up for the best artist this year. I don't see nobody else doing it like he doing it at this high of a clip. Like, he has been destroying this shit. Probably having one of the best years he's ever had. I think he's gonna have more features. I'm asking you right now, go out and listen to Nardo Wick featuring Future. It's called Back to Back. I don't even know if I said this song's name in the beginning of talking about it, but I got so excited about talking about the song that I had to get into it. Look, man, Future is, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the beef with Drake. I don't know what it is this year, but Future has been, he's been on point all year. He's been on point all year. And I hope this song is the catalyst for us getting another Nardo Wick album, because I do want to hear some more Nardo Wick. Nardo Wick is one of my, it's like him, 42 Doug, and ESTG. Like, those are like the newer artists. I like all 3 of them. And they make the kind of music I like. So hopefully after this single, we get more and we actually kind of lead up to a new album, because I do want to hear that. But if you haven't listened to Nardo Wick featuring Future and Southside back to back, I implore you to go do so today.
The STEM Society.
Visits the county, we all fine. See my homie cut his dreads this time. I was growing my hair, but I never considered trying. Locking it up, turn the root to divine. Saw freeform, slim kid, far side. For the first time in the running video, I thought what I look like in an alternate light. Getting off into detail, this is all about my life journey. Took the bus on diversity, hoping that I don't die. The day's bright and early. She looked at me like
the STEM Society.
Pressed down like a tabloid, searching for an avenue, ways to reflect my current attitude, views of the world.
I was speaking on some of the stuff that was happening with this competition with Drake, Kendrick, and I guess the other guy. And I can't do J. Cole. He was a part of it. J. Cole. I was talking about all of the stuff and how lame everything has gotten. And this right here kind of proves that like this is getting too far out of hand. So if you guys don't know, a cease and desist letter was obtained exclusively by Billboard, which was the letter that was served to Drake to ask him to take down the Made Freestyle song. A day after that, he generously just went on ahead and took it down. And you can't find it anymore on his social media, which makes perfect sense. So they threatened to sue Drake over the use of the AI-generated song, AI-generated voice of Tupac. And it didn't sound like they were too happy about a lot of this shit. And I told you guys, I said this, I think last episode, I said you ruffled a lot of feathers when you did that. A lot of feathers when you did that. So Drake had to confirm that he took the song down within 24 hours of him getting the cease and desist. I do have a few quotes from that letter. So the letter states this, quote, "The estate is deeply dismayed and disappointed by your unauthorized use of Tupac's voice and personality. Not only is the record a flagrant violation of Tupac's publicity and the estate's legal rights, it is also a blatant abuse of the legacy of one of the greatest hip-hop artists of all time. The estate would never have given its approval of this use." So this came from Tupac's lawyer by the name of Howard King. He is the lawyer over the Tupac estate. And Howard King argued that the song had caused substantial economic and reputational harm by creating a false impression of the estate and Tupac to promote and endorse the lyrics that sound so close to him. So basically what they're saying in normal nigga terms is, yo man, you basically made Tupac look bad by putting him on your song and trying to diss somebody when we never gave you permission to do it. We never told you it was okay. You shouldn't have done it. You should have asked permission. And I gotta be honest with you, I agree. Look, we're in an age right now where name, image, and likeness means everything. People getting paid off of their name, image, and likeness, or what a lot of people like to call NIL, is a huge deal. Sitting up here using this AI situation with Tupac and possibly getting money off of it, yeah, man, like it would be, which I'll cover. I'll cover later on because we kind of go over this later on in the story. But he shouldn't have done it. He shouldn't have did it. I get what he was trying to do. I understand that. But if we're having a lot of problems with AI right now, and we got a lot of shit going on because there's really no real, or what I've looked up, there's no real rules up under this AI stuff. Major labels have most definitely take action against this kind of stuff, and they understand how important it is to immediately get this taken down off of streaming services. And when you think about it that way, it's like, well, if the majors are doing it like that, then why can't Tupac's estate do the same thing? I think a lot of people were kind of upset. I was looking at the comments and when I was reading up on this story, and people were just like, well, you know, like, does he own it? Or Does Tupac estate actually own his likeness? I'm like, yeah, they own his likeness. They can't make money off of his estate. Doesn't make money if they don't own his likeness. So yes, they own his likeness. Can they sue? Yes, they can sue for that. You can't use somebody's shit and think it's okay. Now the whole side with Snoop is a little bit different because whether you guys know this or not, Snoop is a part of this Gamma situation that everybody keeps bringing the theories about Drake being a part of it as well. But Snoop's a part of Gamma, and I think he might have okayed him actually being a part of this Snoop side. I don't know this for sure. This is strictly speculation, but if Snoop didn't like it, I'm pretty sure Snoop would have been in an uproar about this whole thing. Like Snoop would have said something. If he didn't want it to happen, he wouldn't have let it happen. But I'm thinking that if Drake and Snoop are actually a part of the same team as far as when it comes to this Gamma label or whatever you want to call it, this multimedia collective, it wouldn't have been okay. So I think Snoop was pretty smart when it came to the business side of stuff. But Tupac's estate, he never asked for permission from Tupac's estate to do this. And I'm not mad at them doing this stuff, man. Like, you have to protect your likeness because people will take your shit, make money off of it, and do what the fuck they want to do and not care. And honestly, it just makes a lot more sense. The letter goes on to say this, quote, "The Tailor-Made Freestyle has generated well more than 1 million streams at this point and has widely reported in the general national press and popular entertainment websites and publications. Without question, it is exponentially more serious and damaging than a picture of you with some other people on a low-volume website." So basically, the cease and desist letter highlighted that Drake himself has made objections to his own likeness being used. Do y'all remember the Heart on My Sleeve? I think I talked about that maybe an episode or 2 episodes ago, where it was the AI Drake and the AI Weekend song that got on streaming services. So the lawyer Howard King pointed to that and said, hey, do you remember when that came out and you guys had to pull it down off of DSPs? We are just as upset as you are. Why would it be a situation where it's okay for you guys to pull your AI stuff and you get mad that we can't ask you to pull down our stuff? We're making the same move that you're making and you got to abide by it. What's good for the goose is good for the gander, basically. I mean, yeah. If this was Drake, so think about it like this. Drake makes so much money. Drake does so much in music. If this was him, and if somebody was posting this, and they're, I think, hold on, let me finish one thought. If this was Drake, and if Drake found out somebody was using his voice to make money like that, or try to get a lot of attention off of this, of course he would go and take all of that stuff down. It makes perfect sense to do that because he don't want no money leaving his pocket. The name, likeness, and image thing goes both ways. It really does. And Drake should, again, be like, all right, I get it, which he did. He followed up and took it down. I think it's not really the Drake side of things. I think it's really the fan side that's got me fucked up because a lot of people feel like, man, that's stupid, or why can't they use this? He was only using it for a song that he never put out on DSP. Well, whether you guys know this or not, you kind of get paid off your Instagram stuff too. So I think the Instagram numbers were looking like it was he had to generate income off of the Instagram numbers. There's no way he did not. Look it up. You can generate income off of your IG numbers, off of reels and stuff like that. He kind of did a nice little side situation by just doing it on social media. And I know that money that he got from Instagram was probably a drop in a bucket for Drake. But at the end of the day, he still made money off of it. He still posted it, and it got nationwide attention. With that being said, that equals asking for permission. If you're going to use somebody's name, image, and likeness like that, or just their voice, yeah, ask for permission first. That's all he had to do. So yeah, I really understand why they went that far. I know a lot of fans are kind of like, this is dumb. Like, these niggas don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Like, why would you do that shit? But if somebody took your shit, if somebody took your voice and made a fucking song off of it and it went nationwide and you didn't get one dime off of it, wouldn't you be upset? Wouldn't you be mad if somebody took your face and said, yo, and made a shit ton of money, an AI generated version of you, and made a ton of money? Wouldn't you kind of be upset if you didn't see a penny? Or somebody didn't ask permission for you to use your likeness? It's just one of them things, man, where it's just like, it's all legal shit. It is. And I think the more that we have boundaries around this AI generated voice stuff coming out, especially if it's on DSPs or any kind of money being generated from it, the more rules we got about that kind of shit, the better off we are, because I'm telling you, if we don't put regulations on this shit, it's going to be the Wild West. There are going to be a lot of songs and a lot of bullshit out here, and it's going to be a lot of your favorite artists, and if you're a popular independent artist, it might be your shit as well. So we have to get some rules behind this. Again, I don't know if it's anything in legislature or I don't know if they're doing any kind of laws right now, but with all of this going on at the moment, I think we would be smart to be able to somebody needs to find a way to put some rules and regulations around it, or it's going to be nasty work. So the rumor is Kendrick might have had something to do with the cease and desist for Drake to get that song taken down. I don't know how true it is. I don't know how real it is. I don't know if that really happened or not. But if he's playing like that, and if Kendrick really did have something to do with that, that is a great chess move. All of it is theory. I don't know how true it is. This is the rumors that people are saying. But if you did it, Kendrick, thanks. Because he had to get that taken down. And I know a lot of y'all are just like, but that's Drake. Like, how can you go against Drake like that? Like, nah, it's all fair, man, when it comes to this hip hop thing. We'll see how far this goes. It's been taken down. You can't find it on Drake's page anymore. I actually own the song though. I made sure I got it. I have the CDQ version of it. And I try to keep moments like this. Hopefully this can pick back up though. Like, I'm tired of the lame. Like, all of this is kind of nerdy and lame and stupid. Like, it's nothing fun in this rap battle thing that we're supposed to be having with them. Like, everything is just kind of real, like, technical. Like, Kendrick hasn't came back out with anything yet. I haven't heard a word from J. Cole. Like, the only person that's still kind of having fun with this is Drake, because Drake has actually posted a picture of Compton Community College on his Instagram, which I think is hilarious. So Drake is still having fun with this. I don't think it's anything like the steam or the gasoline that was in this is gone, man. Like, nobody's having fun with this no more. And maybe that's because Kendrick just decided not to, like, get back into it or say anything else, but I don't know. It's boring now. I guess we got to get back to just regular. Big Sean, this is a perfect opportunity to get your shit out. Why the fuck not? Big Sean, where you at? This is it. This is time. It's time, man. So Elliott Wilson has been named editorial director for UPROXX, Hip Hop DX, and Dime Magazine as brands come under new ownership. So for you guys who don't know, Elliott Wilson is the guy that makes you mad or upset or calling him old when he does his opinions on Twitter or on social media. Well, he's about to re-enter the journalistic landscape. He is being named the director of hip hop journalism, overseeing UPROXX, Dime, which is basketball-based content, and Hip Hop DX, which is one of the websites I get a lot of my news from. So this news follows the announcement on Wednesday, April the 24th, where these brands were acquired by media veteran Jared Meyer. They're going to form UPROXX Studio alongside Complex alum Rich Antonello. If I got your name wrong, I'm sorry. Rich Antonello and will.i.am, of all people. I'm not mad at that. He just had a Drink Champs. I gotta watch that too. I'm not a big fan of will.i.am, but his insight in music is like crazy. So I do want to see that. Here's what Elliott Wilson has to say. I got this story from Billboard. Quote, I'm thrilled for this new chapter in my illustrious career, and to work with proven winners like Jared Rich and will.i.am is great. My focus is on elevating the three rising brands of UPROXX, Dime, and Hip Hop DX to greater heights, and to help them shape the future of media and culture. The fun begins here. So I'm looking at this from a standpoint of somebody who enjoys both sides of hip hop media. Like, I like the in-depth, real type stuff, which is kind of like the lane that I'm more into, but I also like the messy gossip blog bullshit. Like, I like both sides. Elliott Wilson is one of those people that I've looked up to for a long time, because he's been in hip hop for a while. Like, he's been a part of the game for so long, and he knows so much. He's done some of my favorite interviews, like the interview with him and B-Dot with Jay-Z, the infamous Jay-Z interview with Rap Radar. All of Drake's best interviews to me were with Rap Radar with him and B-Dot. And then this past year, Rap Radar had like just Larry. They were brave enough to interview Larry June. Geechee, they actually interviewed Geechee Gotti, which he's a battle rapper out of Compton. Like, they've touched on a lot of different things in the culture. The academic side of things, like, I get it, man. I get the gimmick. There's a need for it. He's messy. He does dumb shit. But I'm more of a type of guy that like the interviews that kind of get in depth about, like, what was going on when you made this album? Why did you go to this? Why did you go to these depths? How did you find these specific producers? Like, the Drake interview that he and B-Dot did was one of the more informative ones, when he was talking to, like, all these clips you see about Kendrick, or when he was talking about Pusha T, that came from Elliott Wilson and B-Dot. And that's the kind of shit that I enjoy when it comes to hip hop interviews. Like, there's other people that have had interviews that I enjoy. Like, Joe Budden had probably one of my favorite interviews of all time, and a lot of people might not agree with me, but it's personal preference, not yours. Joe Budden's interview with Isaiah Rashad was like one of my all-time favorite interviews, because this had just came off of Isaiah Rashad having that whole leaked sex tape video that everybody was going crazy over in social media. And Joe was the one to sit down with him and talk about that. And that's like one of my all-time, the way Joe handled that interview, one of my all-time favorite interviews, especially with Isaiah Rashad, because I love Isaiah Rashad too. But those types of interviews we don't get enough of now. I think everybody wants to get clicks and be messy and do all the messy bullshit and go back and forth. And now we got these fucking talking heads that feel like they're better than the artist, or they're bigger than the artist, when we both need each other. There's a synergy there that's supposed to happen. And a lot of people who are in this space don't get that. And I like Elliott Wilson because he gets it. Even though there are times when he says dumb shit like hip-hop journalism with the Casanat situation, but he knows hip-hop and he's been around it for so long. Like, I enjoy that. B-Dot, anytime B-Dot goes live on Instagram, he's another one of my faves, because everybody hates his takes on music, but when you think about some of the stuff that he says, it makes sense. Last year, he was one of the few hip-hop journalists or talking heads that actually gave props to Bootsy in one of Bootsy's albums. And then the year before that, he gave a lot of credit to Gucci Mane. Like, none of these other talking heads think about it that way outside the box. And they never really, it feels like they never listen to these verses, or they never listen to the music that these artists are actually coming out. So anytime B-Dot, Elliott Wilson sit down and have a conversation, or anytime that they want to talk about music, like, I listen, because either I'm going to really enjoy the take, or I'm really going to be like, y'all niggas suck. I don't know what the fuck y'all talking about. But they give a lot of artists a lot of credit when a lot of these other talking heads don't do that. So that's why I'm super excited about this thing with Elliott Wilson taking over to be a part of UPROXX. So UPROXX Studio will operate as an independent company with Antonello serving as a partner / executive chairman and wil.i.am being a partner / investor, which I think is great. wil.i.am's FYI AI technology and FYI radio will also be integrated as part of UPROXX Studios, which is very interesting. I don't know what, I've never read up on will.i.am's AI technology. I don't know what what that might entail, but yeah, I don't know if I'm ready for that. So here's a quote from will.i.am. Innovation is in our DNA. Our continuous pursuit of developing new mediums and platforms will reshape the future of creative expression. We are crafting products and experiences so groundbreaking that they will compel the world of media to evolve alongside us. This is our mandate as pioneers of the culture. I hope that's true, but that's only going to be true if you get new voices. If you get new people out here that are actually trying to really love this stuff, because if you guys are going to go and do the same bullshit that everybody else does when they start something, which is, let me go get this motherfucker because he used to be a rapper, or let me go get this motherfucker because he used to be on a reality TV show, or let me go get this motherfucker because he's my homeboy from down the street and he has, like, we need new voices who care. We need better people than what we have now. If you guys are going to turn out to be messy and bullshit and stupid, keep the UPROXX Studio shit to yourself. I know then there needs to be structure and you have to have certain people there to make sure that it goes in the right direction. But I don't want to see, like, I don't want to see the same talking heads with the same shitty ass opinions. Like, you guys need to start getting people with new opinions who are going to speak from the heart that actually love this shit, and not get the same motherfuckers who sit up here and just like, hip hop sucks or hip hop's dead or music don't work or all this stuff. Like, I don't want to hear that bullshit no more. Figure out another angle, figure out another way to talk about this shit so it makes sense. Like, we have so many people who fucking feel like hip hop is dead instead of saying, let's figure out a solution, or let's give the fucking independents or the new voices an opportunity to speak their mind instead of talking to the same 10 niggas in fucking rap. Like, that's my biggest thing with this too. Doing this is great. Running as an independent company is awesome. I love it. I'm a nigga who is doing this shit independently myself. But if you guys are going to get the same talking heads that we see every other fucking video on YouTube or every fucking podcast that we hear on fucking Spotify, I don't want to fuck with it, my nigga. I don't want to deal. I'm tired of seeing the same voices. I'm tired of seeing the same people. I'm tired of, and if you let another culture vulture sneak up in this motherfucker, man, you can forget it. Tighten your ship up and make sure we have people who give a fuck. Like, that's the problem. That's the problem that we have with hip hop journalism now, or with hip hop media in general. Y'all never want to cultivate new voices. Y'all never want to get nobody out here who actually cares about the music part of things. Y'all never want to go out and say, yo, let's make a star. Let's make stars. Let's make people, let's find people who care and make them bigger than they've ever been. Cultivate it. Make sure you guys are developing it. Culture can't survive without you doing something to cultivate and develop. So if y'all gonna get the same 10 niggas or the same 5 niggas that we see on a regular basis, then I don't want to deal with it. I'll just watch Academics and Joe Budden and Charlamagne the God and these niggas. Okay. So UPROXX Studios CEO Jared Meyer expects the company to be the pioneer in media space with investments in technology and forward thinking. I've heard that one before, buddy. Here's his quote. We're doubling down on growth, expect significant investments in our brand team and the experiences we offer both creators and audiences alike. Through its partnership with FYI, UPROXX Studios embraces pioneering technology and also signals its commitment to fostering creativity and pushing the limits of digital expression. I've heard that one before, so I'll put a pin in that in that quote to see if that's really going to happen. Man, a lot of these studios talk a lot of shit about what they want to do or what they're going to do, and then they never follow through with it. And I think the team that they have is a great team. I think that these people have been a part of the culture for a very long time. I think they've all touched something. If I'm not mistaken, Rich Antonello, I think he was a part of Complex at one point in time. So they got the right ingredients for the right type of people to make this work. I think it really depends on if they're thinking outside of the box and actually going to use their platform to do what they need to do. So I'm just a wait and see type nigga because a lot of these motherfuckers promise a lot of shit and it never falls through. It's just a bunch of bullshit and we have to hear the same motherfuckers all the time. So I'm going to put a pin in this. I'm going to keep an eye on UPROXX Studios to see if this is actually going to be worth a damn. And hopefully we'll get some more, or maybe we'll get some better hip-hop journalism this time. We'll see.
God for the shit, feel like the neuron.
The STEM Society.
Of a whip that don't come out till next year. Next thing a nigga know it's the next year. You know I'm quick to tell a broke nigga to shut up. Cause when you talking, I can't hear that motherfucking check clip. Check clip. Nigga, yeah. That money we can't talk. You know that you paranoid. If you didn't, but you bitch stupid. Ooh. It's what we be into. You know that it been noise.
The STEM Society. Artist to watch.
So this week's artist to watch is Dear Silas. And I've known about Dear Silas for a while now, when he was just Silas, actually. He is an independent artist out of Mississippi. And some of you may know him from I Ain't Stressing Today. But I actually known him from 2016 when BYNK Radio, the website BYNK Radio, when we actually interviewed him when he had just started out. And he has been the same. How can I put it? He has grown as an artist, but his message has been the same. He's been a lifestyle rapper, and he's been on these positive vibes like ever since we interviewed him way back then. And it's I'm so happy to see him grow as an artist and become the artist that he is today. He ended up doing his own label, so he's independent. He did this great thing where he signed himself to his label, which I thought was amazing. And I knew he was talented, but I never knew it would grow into what it's gotten to these days. So currently, he's actually toured internationally, and he has continued to make great music. So I just listened to his Tupac. He's got a Tupac called 601 Degreez, where he's got this laid back song called Out of the Way, which is phenomenal song. Great production on there, solid, very positive. And then he has this other song called That's My Dog, where he's just celebrating like his people and his friends. And I love to be able to listen to lifestyle rap like that and positive stuff. I tell y'all all the time, I can't listen to people killing and selling drugs all the time. I got to get some positivity and I got to get some motivation. And the thing about Silas, ever since 2016, he's always been the type of artist that has been, he has always rapped about happiness, celebrating your people, looking out for your people, and just what happens in everyday life. And in some of his other EPs, he's gone on to talk about that kind of stuff. Like, it's all positive, man. There are times when I get down in the dumps, and it's just like sometimes you just have to have some positive music to motivate you to move forward. I'm not this happy and bright all the time. There are times when I get down about a lot of things, but I went to his page on Tidal, and I just wanted to hear I just needed some motivation, and I was like, shit, fuck it, why not listen to Silas, Dear Silas? And again, That's My Dog and Out the Way, both of them just like, all right, I'm good. So I wanted to spotlight him because he deserves everything, because a lot of y'all really don't know how hard he worked to get to this spot. Y'all think he just went viral off of I Ain't Stressing and that was it. I remember when he was actually coming here to Birmingham, Alabama and doing shows, and he did like the small time circuit. And now again, the last tour he did a tour in Europe. Like, he's major, and he is really killing things in the independent scene, and I'm so proud of him. But if you guys have not taken the time out to listen to Dear Silas, and you want some positive hip hop, you want some shit that's gonna get you motivated, you want some shit that's gonna make you be happy for a change, go out, listen to Dear Silas, and listen to his newest 2-pack. It's called 601 Degreez. And go back and listen to some of his other stuff, man. Like, he can really rap. He can really rap. And I think he did a mixtape where he was talking about Naruto. Can't get no better than that. He is an anime fan, true and true. So go out, listen to Dear Silas, and give him your support. He deserves it. And buy his music. If it's available to buy, go buy it. I'm going to buy 601 Degreez today, so don't worry. But go buy his music. Support him, because he's independent, and he has his own label, and he needs the support. We need to support people like that more. Okay? Well, that's my time. You guys had me for a close to an hour. I appreciate you guys coming back. I appreciate the comments. Man, thank y'all, man. Like, I can't do this without you. I can't do this without you guys coming back every week, because you guys keep me motivated as well. There are times when I feel like I'm doing this for nothing, but there's an end game, and hopefully you guys are going to stay a part of the end game as well. I will be having... Should I say it now? I tell you what, there's might be some changes coming to the channel in the upcoming weeks. That's all I can say right now. As far as the show and everything, it might be some upcoming changes, but that's further along in the future. But for right now, I need you guys to do something for me. Join the society. Why haven't you joined the society? YouTube analytics has told me that there are 77% of people who aren't subscribers to this channel, and I need to know why. Join the society. Be a part of something special. All I'm asking for is a like, a play, a comment, a listen, something. The biggest way you can grow the society is to join the society. Be a part of something special. Be a part of something that's growing every day. I love you for it. With that being said, guys, I will catch you next episode. Peace out.
The STEM Society.
Get it, get it, get it, get it, get it, get it, get it. Work it out now. Work. Get it, get it, get it, get it, get it, get it, get it. Work it out now.
Baby be getting it, she got them glutes. Hitting it, got the whole VIP spinning they loop.
Thank you for joining the STEM Society.
And grinding, spin game up in the booth.